What's up, Internet Land? Zacham's Prime, aka Zacham's Prime, here with another Transformers video review. Today, the figure we're taking a look at is going to be the Transformers Kingdom Inferno. And yes, you can have everyone's favorite Ants, who is most notable for always referring to Megatron as his queen, because, you know, Megatron was the one in charge, and ants just follow the one in charge, which is always the queen. So it made sense, I guess, aside from the fact that Inferno was male. And you'd think that, like, pretty much well, I guess he could have been a drone. But they don't do a lot of the thing. Anyhow, I'm not going to get into ant sociopolitics on this channel. Let's talk about Transformers. Here he is. I used to have an Inferno, actually, when I was a kid. The funnest thing on that figure was that you could do the thing and, like, make his little like, butt flower spin around. Which, this one actually does spin around, so it's not, you know, on a little doohickey. Well, you can plug his accessory, his butt accessory, into his butt flower. And then the whole thing will spin around. So he can, like, you know, have a ripping good time. But yeah, that's an important accessory. Yes. But yeah, the figure itself looks pretty decent, I suppose. Molded mostly all in red plastic. You do have a couple other things. Of course, there's like stuff, you know, with his legs, makes him look like he's got dead tree branches all over him. This is all painted up here on the head. Good sculpt, though. I like that his mouth opens. That's fun. But yeah, in terms of accessories, he comes with exactly one accessory. It does have, you know, several, like, ports and whatnot on it, so you can do some things with it. You know, like blast effects, or attaching on other, like, you know, weaponizers, fossilizers, whateverizers. And so that's pretty snazzy. Of course, it's got the regular amount of, you know, weaponizer ports. Actually, he doesn't have one on his shoulder. Interesting. He also has, like, possibly the worst light piping of any figure. I don't know. Light piping is dumb. They should have just painted his eyes to make him look good. Light piping, like, if they're going to make it work, if they're going to put in light piping, they should at least make it work. You know, that's really what I come down to on that. But they did not even go that far, so yeah. In terms of articulation, his head is on a ball joint. Looks all around just fine. Mouth opens, which is kind of fun. Big old creepy wide mouth. His arms will go, actually, surprisingly, all the way around, even with these, like, ant legs just everywhere. Come out for just barely over a full tree pose. Bicep swivel here. Double jointed elbow. You get, you can, you know, move the legs around to get them out of the way if you need to. You can also rotate his wrist all the way. I do like the sculpt on his, like, claw hands. They look really good. Rotation here at the waist. Legs go that far forward, go that far back if you pop this out of the way. They go out for the full tree pose. You got an upper thigh cut right there. Double jointed knee. So again, more posability. Posability is great. Get your character doing just whatever the hell you want. I mean, okay, there's a lock on that knee. A tab here. And if you undo the tab, you get a double jointed knee. If you don't undo the tab, it's really only a single jointed knee for less than 90 degrees, which sucks. This would be what I would consider to be a bad joint. Unless you do just the super minor, unpop that tab, and now it goes all the way. So I'll take it. I'll take it to the point where I'll even say that it's necessary to cheat the system. Get as much ankle tilt as you want, and you can even bend his foot down a little bit and heel toes a little bit. Yeah, we'll go with it. But I already mentioned that you can plug his thing into his butt, and he can have an ass cannon moment if you really want to. But anyhow, all in all, I think he's a pretty decent looking figure. I don't feel a need to be collecting a Beast Wars collection in this day and age personally, even though that is, in all technicality, I mean, really, I like to tell people that G2 is the series I grew up with, and that's mostly correct, though G2 never really got its own show. We just got the G1 show with like CGI bumpers on it. Whereas, Beast Wars was actually its own thing and whatnot, and I just never really got into it personally. But what I'm getting at is, as far as Inferno goes, he's a decent looking Inferno. Definitely, this is better than the original one. So if you need one for your collection, this is the one to go for. But yeah. Anyhow, to get this guy transformed up, we're gonna start with his ass end. We're gonna rotate this guy around here, and we're gonna start with the legs. So this little part's gonna plug in like so, and then this is gonna come around, and you got a tab on the bottom of his foot right there, and a slot, and then a tab there, and that tab is gonna go into the slot, which is gonna bend his foot all the way around. Uncomfortable, I'm sure, but you know what? He's an ant. He can deal with it. You're going to take these legs and you're going to double joint them forwards, and then they are going to kind of like plug into each other. And then you're going to take and you're going to rotate this whole waist all the way around. And then you're going to bring this part down and bring this part up. So you get it like so. And you're going to close these parts over, and this hole is going to go over that peg right there. And that's what we're going for. Just shove everything until that peg goes in, and then shove in that peg there. And now you've got this little panel here that will fold down, and then you've got these two tabs that will plug into these two slots right there. And there's his ass end all done. For his front end, you want to take and split open his head. He can have, I've got a splitting headache. Yeah. Cool little, sculpted detail in here. I do like the, sculpted detail that they have on these things. So, with this open, then you can take his chest, and you're basically going to put his head down into his chest so that his chin will kind of just pop through this little gap right there. And then close this back over. And that, as they say, is that. And then, last but not least, we're going to kind of maneuver this around a little bit. You want to take his arm, fold it like so. Take this guy and you want to fold this leg around. Yeah, like this. And so what you're going to do is you're just going to fold this in on this transformation joint until his thumb goes into that little square hole right there. Boom. Done. And you'll see that there's a tab sticking out here. There's a corresponding tab and slot on this side. So you're going to do the same thing here. Bring this around so this leg fits out like so. Bring this guy around, and then bring this in. That thumb is going to go into that little square peg, and then we're just going to kind of take and shoop these together. And there you go. That's basically it. Now you just take his legs and just straighten them all out. These ones don't move up and down, so they're basically going to be your baseline for where the legs got to go. So then we'll take and rotate his legs like so. And then these legs we'll take and rotate them like so. And there you have Inferno in his ant mode. We'll rotate this down a little bit. And he looks like a big old fire ant. He looks like the kind of ant that you don't want to meet in a dark alley. If I saw an ant this size coming at me, I would, like, I don't know, burn my house down or something. Well, I mean, assuming that I found it in my house. If I didn't find it in my house, of course I wouldn't just like, oh, hey, look, I found this out in the wild. Time to go burn my house down. No, 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 no. He does have this port on his back. He can plug his weapon into his back. Weapon storage. Or face it this way. It's like a little booster weapon storage. But yeah, that's pretty much it for him. In this mode, his antenna will move, and his mandibles can open and close. That's cool. Get a little bit of motion on his legs and his other legs to get everything in the right position, but that's basically it. No flex. I mean, you can get some flex out of this head, sure. Actually, there's a joint in there that's hardly being used. I bet you can get even more flexure out of this joint. Maybe? Maybe not. I don't know. Anyhow, you can get a little bit of flex out of the head, and the body doesn't do anything, and no rotation or anything like that. So it will do its advertised feature of looking like an ant. But that's all I've got for today. Everybody, thanks for watching. You guys are fantastic. Everybody, stay awesome and be good to each other. See ya.